Hey, everybody, look who's in the house. It's
Hi,
Linda
everybody.
G.
I love your
Yes.
stars, girlfriend. That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love stars. I'm all about pink and stars and hope and optimism. Everything pink and shiny. And I wanted to wear pink today, too, because uh, I'm, really about girl power. And I'm so happy for Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss, the Fulton
Yes.
County Georgia election workers that were just ripped apart by Giuliani. Apparently, they've made a settlement. That was going to be my first
You
question
got
to
some
you.
money from not Trump, but somebody in the Trump realm, one of those multi-billionaires.
Okay, I was going to ask you, do you think it was Musk or do you think it was
No, I
somebody,
think it was someone else.
someone else?
Someone said, hey, help Rudy. Also, Trump knows that Rudy could squeal really bad. I don't think he would. But he's like, you guys, I feel bad for him. I needed my money. Why don't you guys give to him? And I think he got a chunk of change and he was able to keep his personal things.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. I didn't think he'd be able to keep anything, but I'm feeling very jubilant and celebratory for both of those girls, for everything that they've been in. I don't think that there's an actual amount of money. Yeah. I don't think there's any amount of money that can make it all right for what they've endured and gone through, but at least they won something. And then now that senator from Georgia is going to be prosecuted, got arrested at Kemp's speech, and he's a MAGA far right. He I guess Kemp barred him from coming into this speech a few days ago, and he busted his way in, and then he was upset and bad behavior, so they arrested him, and he's been always outspoken against Fani Willis and that she's just trash and everything else. And guess who will be prosecuting him for getting
Fani Willis?
Yes.
I love it.
Pink power.
I saw that, him trying to get in, and yeah.
Yeah. And so that leads me to one of the other questions that, MAGA Mike fired Mike Turner, the Republican from Ohio. And I did a reading where I just asked, is this going to be the end of the Republican Party because they're just fracturing all over the place? Do you see this Turner guy that MAGA Mike, Spike Mike, he fired him from the Intelligence Committee chair. He was the chair.
Yeah, but he's also he's not on the list to be on the Intelligence Committee.
Okay, and so now that Mike has gotten rid of him, and he cannot be on the Intelligence Committee, will he vote with the Democrats when their margin is?
A couple of times he'll vote with the Democrats.
Okay.
They messed up. They shouldn't have done that. But this guy looks on both sides. That's why they didn't want him. Because he's fair, and they don't want fair. They want Trumpism.
Right. So this could actually, they probably should have kept him because this can actually work against him.
Yeah, definitely.
Against Trump. And okay, so do you think that the GOP is going to continue to fracture, to split right up the middle? Because Mitch McConnell's being silent.
Yeah, well, Mitch McConnell knows he's in trouble. Yeah, definitely fracturing this. There's a lot of trouble. Trump is not doing very well. He does have a 47% approval rating, but Trump is sick. Something's coming down with Trump within the next year or 2 years, and Putin's getting ready to go.
Okay.
And when Putin goes, it upsets the apple cart.
Okay, so you think that the GOP will continue to splinter?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
They will not love their master. Give it 2 years. It'll be a horse of a different color.
Okay. Oh, is that your doorbell?
Yeah. No, it's the time is now 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I missed those. My parents had one of those.
Yeah.
So, what about? Do you think that because they're having to move the inauguration inside, do you think that's why we saw that there was some sort of
That's
disruption?
what I'm thinking, girlfriend. I'm thinking I never saw him out there giving the oath. I never saw him taking the oath, but that's probably because they moved it inside, if you think about it. And I
Yeah,
also think he knows that the crowd size is going to be real small.
like something else he has.
Yeah, but I think Obama went out there in the ice cold weather and did his inauguration, and it
Yeah.
was packed.
Wow. Okay, so do you want to do a quick reading on to see how well this inauguration is going to be attended?
Sure, let's take a look. Quick look.
Okay.
Here. Tell me about the inauguration.
Will Trump have a good crowd size with people?
Oh, as soon as he gets in there, he's going to try to hit up the average Joe Blow's Social Security and stuff. People are going to be furious at him. I see marching in the streets. Not that great, girlfriend. Look. He won't act like he's embarrassed, but he should be embarrassed.
Yeah. I think you think, what was that, the Ten of Swords?
Yeah, straight up.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like they may have to move the rally too. Did you want to take a quick?
The rally's on the 19th, the day before.
Right, the day before. I don't. Maybe the temperatures won't be quite as cold, but yeah. I get the Nine of Swords that he's really concerned about his crowd size. Yeah,
and also the crowd could be a lot of Biden people there. There's some sort of something that's going to surprise everyone.
Okay, so is the rally going to be inside? Do you know? Was that supposed to be inside in that arena?
No. They got so many fences up. They got everybody locked out.
Is the Trump rally on the 19th inside an arena? They're just talking about the...
See, they'd have to do it. He's going to do it inside the congressional where they do place the bodies and stuff.
In the Capitol, in the rotunda.
Yeah, and they're not going to allow a rally inside the Capitol.
Okay. So shall we just do a few cards to see how his rally on the 19th?
Carol just said JFK was inaugurated in 20-degree weather.
He was.
JFK was inaugurated in 20-degree weather.
Very cool.
I think this is more about him knowing, because it's so cold, a lot of people won't show.
Right. But his rally on the 19th, is that going to be a success or not?
Will he actually have a rally on the 19th?
Will he have a rally? Yeah.
A lot of delays. There will be some sort of rally, yes. But it's a big disappointment. It's not as imagined. He'll blame it on the weather.
Yeah, I'm getting that it isn't as imagined either. And that there could be a security issue with that as well, because the outcome card is the Emperor. Do you think that there will be any kind of announcement or any type of delay to any of these events, or a health thing? Are you getting any kind of delay?
No, but I'm seeing some people acting out. I don't know if we'll get the information. Maybe the news will catch it, but I do see some acting out, some violence or something.
Okay.
Give me the theme for Trump being inaugurated. I'm using the predictions deck by Trish James.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's brand new. She's from Australia.
Oh, okay. So will there be
Trains or transport? So this
So
can even mean that perhaps trains are delayed because of the weather. People can't get there because of transportation.
transportation, yeah, access. Okay, so
What does this mean? Citing disclosures.
I've never seen that deck before.
That's actually a UFO disclosure. The UFOs will be there.
I'm sure they will. I
Could be
hope
some sightings.
You're very good at calling them and directing them and sending that. So, you know, you can always send them over there.
I sure can.
You can.
I just can't interfere with free will.
Right. But you
I
can
don't know
ask them.
why. Honest to God, I don't know why, Lori. And you helped all of us post the election when we were all so shocked that he got in. But I just don't have a feeling of doom. I know, because when I was telling my guides off, how could you do this? You told me about COVID a year before it happened. Why would you tell us? And they said, man has free will. And they said, Linda, his people will be the ones to turn him away. So he's going to do some stuff that's going to hurt the regular Joe Blow MAGA in Louisiana and Alabama. And those are the people that will turn against him.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't mess with people's livelihoods.
No. And they don't like the big tech people. No. That's not their...
Oh, that H1 thing, that's trouble right there.
Yeah, they don't like that. And that's not the bowling lane they bowl in. You know, they don't like the tech boys.
Yes.
All of that. They don't like that. I feel that there is going to be some sort of disruption. And I think there's going to be a lot of people. I really feel that perhaps people bought tickets and just don't show, like purposefully bought tickets. Remember how they did that on TikTok that one time?
They did that, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's going to happen again. So I'm really hopeful that that happens. Now,
what are you doing that day, by the way? I'm not watching. I'll have the TV on, probably the Cartoon Channel or the History Channel.
Yeah, I have 3 readings to do, but it's also MLK Day, so I'll probably try to watch some sort of prayer vigil or something that they do in honor of him. I love it that that's on his, that falls.
You know, he doesn't like that. You know, Trump doesn't like that.
No, he doesn't like that. Nope. So yeah, I'll put that on, something like that. A lot of people are going to boycott that. Speaking of boycotting, do you think that more people, now that the tech brothers are going to be, can you believe at this inauguration, we're going to have ex-presidents and vice presidents on one aisle, and then the tech brothers on another aisle? Like there's some sort of...
They're oligarchs. They bought their seat there.
Right. But I don't think the MAGA red hats like the tech people. Do you think they're going to get, because they already ditched Facebook and went to Telegram over what Zuckerberg did and and being blocked and the fact checking. So do you think that they'll continue to lose audiences on X and Instagram?
Yes.
And
absolutely, yes.
And I saw where some people were going to lose, get rid of their Amazon accounts. Do you think that
that's what I'm already doing? Now there's private Amazon people. If you find a product you like, look who makes it, and you can order direct through them. Because I had a couple of emails from people who were like, no, don't tell them not to order from Amazon. Tell them if they find something. They always show who does it. And then you could go into their website and order it. But yeah, I order thousands of dollars from Amazon. And I pretty much canceled all my prescriptions and subscriptions, and I'm not going to be using them like I did before.
All right. Okay. So hopefully there more people.
And I'll never buy a Tesla.
No, that's not going to happen.
Somebody showed a big silver garbage can out by a patio and said, "Oh, look, the new Tesla." I loved it.
It is funny. One of the other comments and questions on the community pages. Do you see the Supreme Court? You know, if the Supreme Court doesn't vote together to go against Trump, you know, he can remove them.
What?
He can remove them, just like where Netanyahu was going to remove the Supreme Court, and then they took him in. Then they took Netanyahu to court. So Trump can remove the Supreme Court.
How come Biden didn't do it with Thomas?
He could have.
I haven't seen that before. I thought that it was a separate entity. The executive branch has nothing to do with the Supreme Court. I know you can add more people.
Right. But there is an executive order where you can, just like Netanyahu was trying to get the ruling made, because MAGA will give him, the GOP will give him the power to abolish that if he wants to. And Netanyahu was working on that right before they were attacked. So do you think Trump will try to get rid of the Supreme Court? You think that he'll try to give himself power to, not like tell them they can't come to work anymore, but he can go over them. He has the ability to overrule them. Do you think that he will go?
I don't know. Are you sure? I got to look that up, because Jackson refused to follow the Supreme Court that said, you made a treaty, United States made a treaty with the Native Americans. You cannot break that treaty and go in there and start drilling for oil. And he literally said, too bad. And they did it anyway, but because the Supreme Court doesn't have their own army or police, but he couldn't get rid of the Supreme Court. So maybe
it's just what I meant to say was overruling them. Because that's what Netanyahu was trying to do before he got in big trouble.
Oh, Netanyahu, I feel him going down, girlfriend.
Netanyahu overruling Supreme Court.
Can the President of the United States overrule the Supreme Court findings?
He'd have to make the change to judiciary law.
No, the President of the United States cannot overrule the findings or decisions of the Supreme Court. The U.S. government operates under principle of separation powers, dividing authority.
Right. So he can actually make a new law that he has and get it passed by the GOP that he can overrule them. So they would, in essence, become ineffective.
Yeah, but then he would have to do a constitutional amendment, and you got to have 3/4. They don't have 3/4.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That's what I wanted to ask you, because I really feel like he is thinking he's going to do that.
Because I'm thinking, then why didn't Biden get rid of that 2-bit con artist, Thomas, and those guys?
He won't rock the boat, but Trump will rock the boat.
Yeah.
And Netanyahu came this close to getting away with it. That's when all the protests were happening against him.
Oh, I remember that.
Right before the attack happened. Because he was making that chess move, that he would have the ability to overrule their Supreme Court.
Can I ask you, do you feel there's very many kidnap victims that are still alive?
I don't have a good feeling about that.
Me neither. And I feel there's a few, maybe 3. And then I also feel when they find out the condition of the bodies and the people are going to go even crazier on Netanyahu. You could have stopped this a long time ago.
Yeah. And
mark my words.
I just feel that anyone that's coming back from there by now is not okay mentally. I just don't think that they're ever going to be okay, ever. If they think that someone's just going to come home and be okay, that's just not what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's very sad. Okay. So, let's see. So I'm glad that you don't think that he'll move to overrule, like to take.
No, he may bitch and complain, but he's not going to be able to do it unless he gets a constitutional amendment.
That's what I was afraid.
He's not going to be able to do that. He may push for everybody to vote red come the midterms, but that's not what's going to happen. It's going to be blue.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, so you do believe? Let's just ask one more time. Will Trump be inaugurated? Does it go through?
Okay.
Does it go through? Will Trump be inaugurated in the next 4 days?
Will Trump be inaugurated within the next 4 days? I don't know why. I'm just going to throw this out here. I just saw a plane crash.
Wow. Okay.
It could be weather related.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's in the United States. I don't know why they showed me that. Will Trump actually be sworn in?
Will he actually be sworn in, inaugurated?
He invited that Bolsa, whatever his name is, but the United States won't let him come in because he's a criminal. Ooh, the tower.
There's something happening.
There's some little interruptus doing here.
There is an interrupt.
The sun. The sun can represent with the tower the revealing of the truth. The other thing is Putin's got this long list and he's excited about meeting with Putin, but he's not going to be able to do the things he wants with Putin because I see so many lawsuits coming against him that it ties him up. And then I see Putin, who is already mad at Trump and has no respect for him, being even madder. But Putin has no power.
Hey, Danny Shea, listening while driving.
Hi, Danny. He shouldn't be listening while driving. He needs to pay attention.
Well, he can listen.
I know.
I know what you're saying. It's so funny. Like when you can't see when it's raining, when you can't see when it's raining really hard, you turn the radio down, like it's going to improve your vision.
Yeah. Oh, there's Kim Copeland.
Hi, Medium Kim.
Christine's here.
So do you think so we're getting that there is a problem. I feel like he has control of something and then loses control of something. And I feel like he gets up there, gets in, and is taken out. Like what's given is taken away.
Interesting.
So there's definitely.
Oh, you guys, let me tell you, I know a lot of people are nervous and scared. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a show. And y'all going to be sitting there with your popcorn thinking, heck yeah, the guides were right. This guy is going down.
He is.
And he's not very well either.
No.
They said he can't move his right hand. He's losing a lot of weight. Is he taking the injections? I don't know. But he has a mark right here where like he's getting some sort of treatment.
Huh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'll have to look for that to see if he'll probably have gloves on or something. Do you see that Bannon is going to be able to keep Musk away from Trump, or he's so jealous? Do you think he'll have any?
He feels like he's dead. I'm telling you something, between us, you guys. I wouldn't doubt it. Bannon is working with a group of snipers. That's how bad he hates him.
Bannon is a really bad person.
And he would love to see him taken out. So I don't know how far. I almost feel Bannon getting arrested.
You mean Muskrat taken unalived?
No, Bannon.
But
they'll find something that's going to happen that Bannon gets arrested. Like they're going to claim that he was doing something to try to get a sniper to kill Elon, something like that. Elon could have even made this up.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Now, Elon's not going to last long, but I don't see Elon going down because of death. I just see his money being taken from him.
Yeah, he's going to get in big trouble. And speaking of money, Sonny Shum asked, what will the economy be like in 2025? Are there going to be layoffs or food shortages?
Yes, to all the above. Not Armageddon food shortages, but I see the stock market drop pretty significantly. And I see the prices of houses kind of going cray. Just hold on, you guys. Just hold on. He's going to start to do things. And when it starts to fall back, that might be when Elon goes, because he's going to blame Elon. Well, actually, this was Elon's idea, cutting Social Security. And stuff. Something's going to happen where people are marching in the streets. So, you can't take, I had a boss years ago. We had just gotten at the hospital I worked at. We had just gotten NPR to do our paychecks. and it was all auto, and they screwed people over. It was all accident, but people. I remember I was missing $800 from my checking, and when we live paycheck to paycheck, we need that money. And Judy was the COO, and we went in there, and she said, "You know what? The one thing you never do is mess with people's money. Just don't mess." She said, "Pay these people now. I don't care if you have to double check, pay them now."
Wow. Okay. And what about, so you think there's going to be food shortages?
I do feel a shortage, but I see really selfish food distributors. Well, Robert Kennedy, and I don't know, still haven't looked if he's going to get in. But he wants to stop sugar and cereals and stuff, which is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
But you start messing with these large organizations that have their cheaper way of doing things, they're going to complain to Trump. And these people are the ones that give Trump money. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I see kind of a shortage because of some new things they're taking out on companies. Like they were saying, instead of putting the pink heart thing on products that you support breast cancer, why don't you take the ingredients out of your product that causes breast cancer?
Right. You want to take a look at RFK? I guess his astrological chart looks pretty cruddy for around Inauguration Day as well. Let's see if he's going to have let's see if he's going to have a problem, RFK Jr.
I haven't seen anybody online talking about him. Is RFK actually going to be in charge? Now he's changing his tune again, like they all do. And that hedgewort, and the Lord Jesus Christ has forgiven me, whatever. They all run to the Lord Jesus Christ when they have nothing to do. They're not Christ-like at all. Geez, I get the death card.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think he has a little problem.
Put him on hold, or they're not quite sure about him. There's some information coming in that's going to be pretty bad. Tell me what's going to happen with him. Mainstream news. Could be a lot of information coming out on him.
Probably picked up some more roadkill.
Oh, God.
He's just too much.
He's just so creepy, and I loved his father.
Yeah.
And then, here's a man who did heroin most of his life.
Yeah.
But doesn't want that COVID vaccine. Don't you put that COVID, but by the way, I'll take some heroin. I was just watching a show about Hitler. There's a series of why the Nazis lost the war. My God, girl, he was so hooked on morphine, heroin, cocaine. They shot him up in the morning to wake up with whatever the speed stuff is, and they shot him with stuff to keep him going throughout the day. He had to shake so bad it's not even funny.
This is Hitler?
Hitler.
Wow.
And I think Trump is a drug addict too.
Yes. Yep. I agree. That's why he's always going off in the middle of the night. He can't sleep because he goes up and down. And then, I mean, it really doesn't take, it's not rocket science. When you look at what Dr. Ronnie Jackson Johnson, the Candyman, had all that stuff going in and out and all,
And nobody dares say, who did you give this to? He was just a dispensary for everybody.
Right. And every time Trump said, oh, they're giving Biden this drug to pep him up. And he knows that because he got that.
Yeah.
He always tells you what he does.
The other thing with Hitler, may I mention an interesting fact, which I had already known. I knew, and my friends who went to Germany and went up into Austria to see where he lived, they talked about him having one testicle. And apparently he did. He had an undescended testicle.
Oh.
And a very weird, small penis. And
Okay.
even the urethra was off. There's a name for it. And when he was in World War I, he got teased all the time. They were laughing at him because his junk was so small. And I was just thinking about Trump with the mushroom thing.
Yeah, there's going to be ice. There's going to be a little frost on those little mushrooms come this winter. Ooh.
Frosty mushrooms.
He'll be an innie. He'll actually be inverted.
And he had the God complex. Trump has the God complex. And he wouldn't get up until noon. Trump doesn't get up until late.
Yeah. I think Trump's going to have some giant health problems, unfortunately for him. Yeah. So I just want to go back to the Supreme Court one more time. Do you think that they're going to, now that Trump is in, do you think now that they've got him in that they're going to continually rule with him, or will they rule against him?
They will rule against him.
Okay.
They will. Even when he was in office, Kavanaugh refused to listen to something about the voting being stolen. And he was so mad at Kavanaugh. He talked trash about Kavanaugh. I'm the one that got you in here. Mm-hmm. And Amy will, if it's totally outrageous and against the Constitution, they brought up that other bull. But by the way, when the new president comes in, that will be removed. That whole thing will be removed. The new president's not going to be afraid to add to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
But I think he wants when he gets in there, he thinks Justice Thomas is going to step down and he wants to put Eileen in there. But I don't see people voting for her. I see them saying, we can't do it that way.
All right. Well, that's good. I hope they don't. And you did say that you thought someone was asking about Mike Turner again, the guy that MAGA Mike fired. You do think that he'll help the Democrats and go against
I think they're going to be shocked at some point that they really need him. But then, we got Elon threatening, I'll make sure you're out of office. But this guy will stand up to the well-being of the country. He's realizing these people are just horrible. And we need, it's a Hitler-like regime.
And do you see anyone like Bezos's ex or Gates, Melinda Gates, Bezos' ex, I can't remember her name. Do you see any of them really trying to go up against these tech people and help regular people out? Do you think that there'll be some?
Well, they are giving a lot of money to regular.
They are, yeah.
But I don't see them doing some sort of thing. They're not going to do that.
Okay. And then what about California? There are, and this is depressing, but it's true. So we just want to touch on it. They're price gouging already. And let's face it, my neighborhood was hit with a Cat 5 hurricane. And so, and even before then, we had 3 storms last year that were not Cat 5s, but affected our area again. But what California is going through, some of the same things are happening, even though it was a fire and it was hurricane force strength winds that took that place. Do you think Gavin Newsom is going to become the rock star because he's going to be like the Rudy Giuliani during 9/11? Do you think Gavin Newsom is going to be able to fix everything and really get in there to help the people?
Yes.
Okay.
And I see, and there's going to be a huge concert. They're going to come up with a lot of money. Big names are going to be in it. But like Trump deciding that Schwarzenegger and Mel Gibson and these guys are going to be the entourage towards Hollywood. Who the hell does he think he is? And let me tell you what, that pisses off Hollywood.
Yeah.
They don't like, and he's get the foreign people out of Hollywood. Well, you take foreign people's money. The foreign people are paying for the movies, right? I wouldn't doubt if Hollywood sort of shuts down for a while because they don't want to have anything to do with these guys. I see Trump itching for being able to be at the Academy Awards and being treated like some sort of bigwig. But they are disrespecting Schwarzenegger, John Voight, and who's the other one? Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
I see Hollywood totally turning against them. Good luck for them to get any of their stuff going. They'll have to put their own money in.
Sylvester Stallone, John Voight.
Yes.
Yes.
But okay, so what were we talking about that I drove off into this?
That's okay. I just wanted to know. I wanted to know if someone's if they're gonna be able to save Palisades, because I just want to know if someone's gonna put a moratorium up there so that no big corporation can come in and take over and keep the people that were already
I see
there.
them doing more than they did for Maui. Okay. Maui allowed people to come in. Oprah and all those guys bought up a bunch of land.
They did they?
Yeah. Yes. But sorry, it's not Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger is he hates Trump. Right. Sorry, I said Schwarzenegger. It's not Schwarzenegger. He's a good lad.
Right. Okay. So you do think? Can we just do one spread on the governor of Newsom of California?
Newsom, let's take
he's going to help the people. How's he going to do? Is he going to come out of this?
I'll get one of these out too.
Okay.
Tell us about Gavin Newsom. They tried to get him out of office. Ooh, pandemic health crises. We can end up with another little pandemic going on.
That was my next question.
So he might be in the middle of that too and helping everybody out. Tell me about Gavin Newsom. But they tried to recall him, I don't know how many times, and spent so much money.
Yeah, they did.
He always won by a landslide.
Yeah.
Tell me about Gavin Newsom. Yeah, I came off Threads, apparently. Isn't that Facebook owns Threads?
Yes.
Yeah, I came off that. I'm totally private on Facebook.
Yeah, Zuckerberg is Facebook, Instagram, and Threads.
I'm going to have to come off Instagram. And Facebook, it's private. So, I don't talk much on there. I just watch like my family and stuff. Wow. Okay, so he's going through a lot right now. He's got the tower, so more to come, okay? By the way, a beautiful house in Pacific Palisades. I just saw it on Blue Sky. That was saved during the fire. Just had a slide and it broke in half. So he will be able to come over the troubled waters with a lot of help because he's just trying to be fair. Now look before him. It may be a little tough right now, almost like after June. He's got the Ace of Cups. He's got the Queen of Pentacles, which is power. Yeah, you got it too. Maybe a little bit of police or military action here. Or maybe Trump's going to try to throw something, because I heard they were down in Bakersfield trying to get illegals. He's sitting on the horse of success, and look at this, a man that knows what he's doing. A lot of people want to know, would he win as president in 28?
Do you want to look at that? Because I'm seeing he goes up and down with this.
Yeah.
This is so much to handle. It's almost too much.
I know, he's trying desperately.
And it's really hard. Do you feel like there's going to be some mudslides? I feel like there's going to be mudslides.
Oh, yeah. And it's not even that much of. Now, this is interesting. He needs recuperation, but here's his wish come true. But does he want to be president? I guess he doesn't mind. Take a look at this. He'll make magic happen.
Okay.
What do you get?
I didn't pull on that one. I was just still working on if he was going to be able to fix the Palisades and the other areas and keep the big investors from swooping in, because the prices were already too high. They're not protecting the public. Like teachers don't even have anywhere to live, you know? So it's already wrong. Like it's already upside down. You would think that they would take the time to fix this, you know, fix that neighborhood. All right.
So Gavin Newsom, the card for him is strategy planning.
Okay.
So he could have good people behind him working on this.
Yeah, I just got the world card. So I think that he's going to be able to do pretty much anything that he wants as far as that goes. But
and also think of it this way, you guys, if everybody absolutely hates Donald Trump by the time this is over, like get these assholes out of here, they may actually focus on someone like Gavin Newsom.
Right. And if he can turn himself into a rock star and keep the corporations from swooping in and scooping up that land. All right. So you do see that there's going to be some mudslides and some other.
Oh, yeah. There's more. Oh, let me tell you. That's why Trump's in for a surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Trump is in for Armageddon, destructive forces that are coming out of his control. And he can't double talk it or smooth it. He better come up with the money to help people because his people are going to be pissed.
Okay. You want to take a quick look at that to see
natural phenomena.
If California will get the money from the government?
I do see them getting the money. They're going to try to put stuff on it, but they're not going to get their way. They're still not going to get California. The Republicans in California, they're pissing them off. How dare you say after we give any time to you? So these people won't vote for his ceiling. So yeah, they'll get the money reluctantly.
All right. What about another pandemic because of that card that you got, and somebody else put that on my community post? Will there be another pandemic of some sort? That not necessarily the bird flu, but another type of bug. In 2025.
Well, I'm not getting Armageddon. I'm getting some illness coming in, but I don't see pandemic. Interesting. So maybe even where I am, the governor manages to keep people safe, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting that there's definitely some sort of bug mutation.
Okay.
But the scientists and doctors and everything are on it because we're standing strong here.
Right.
Okay, good.
And by the way, you guys, the days of President Biden, who I love, following the rules and not trying, those days are gone. Listen, it's going to get fisticuffs. It's going to get fight, and it's going to get strong people in there. And we Democrats and independents will not put up with anybody that says, well, you know, we don't. No, to hell with you. We will.
Yeah. And you had a pretty profound dream the other day. And that, what was the main message of that? Was it about?
Yeah, it's with, and it was a dream. So it was an encounter with Jesus of Nazareth. But I've seen him before in an encounter. And when I was 8 years old. And that was the same person. So he walked me into a house and he said, you need to listen to these women because they have something to say. So I go in, and one was a very tall Black woman. And, you know, I have 3% African in me. And then somebody told me in a past life that I used to be a tall Black woman who read stories, or not read stories, who told stories around the fireplace in Africa. So this beautiful tall Black woman was there, and a Native woman, she was a little small, but she was there. And I was following them throughout the house, and they were telling me about the connection with human form and universal, Christ consciousness. And that that which is what it is the kingdom of heaven is within sort of thing. Being that I wasn't raised Catholic, my parents were atheists. I don't know much about the church, so to speak. But they were saying people tend to think, our loves can be so conditional. Our love sometimes even for our family, although we do love our children unconditionally. But, the love we had as children, sometimes your parents can be conditional. So you learn it from that way.
Right.
But they were just very strong about everybody quieting down and ask for help. Ask the realm. Ignite. It's almost like you have to ignite it, because mine got ignited when I was begging for my life with cancer. And I was begging, please don't kill me, because I got 2 little boys that need me. And the man said to me, what are you doing? There's no such thing as death. Right. And as a nurse, I saw a lot of spirits leave the body. So I thought, oh, and then I got embarrassed that I even said that. And I kind of said, oh, you're right. And in that moment, I literally gave myself to the realm. By that, I mean, okay, fair enough. If I die, I die, because in faith, I know everything's going to work out. If this was my journey, I accept this journey, and thy will be done. And boom, something happened to me. And I was like zooming for 2 days. That's when the spark got lit. I didn't realize it at the time. I couldn't eat. If I can't eat, something's up. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And I couldn't get the smell of the earth off my hands, which my natives say that's healing.
Right.
That's healing. So anyway, long story short, I almost visited again, but it's with these women, and I had nothing to write with, nothing to record. And I'm trying to consume their information. And I'm like, I got it. You know how sometimes you're watching something, you think, I'll remember it. And then sure enough, 5 minutes later, you forget. Yeah. So I was like trying to remember, but the theme of it was ignite your spark, your connection to source from within, and it'll never leave you hanging. If anything, if you struggle in this world and you ignite that spark, like I did with my spontaneous healing, my life changed. I mean, they're the ones that told me to do the YouTube.
Right.
I have to sometimes be careful what I'm wishing for, because it can manifest very quickly, and I can't handle it when it's coming on so fast. So just, no, because like I said, I was so upset about Trump. And then I almost thought I wouldn't do YouTube anymore, because, you guys made a fool out of me. You're over here telling me. And they said, Linda, man has free will, and his own people need to see who he really is. So as this is taking place now, again, I have faith. And I said, fair enough. And I had lost like 1,000 subscribers. I was down to 82,000. And I'll tell you, my friend Dan can tell you, within months, I went over 100,000.
Right.
I've never gone like that before.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I accepted it. Okay, so I'll be here. What can I do? And boom, they let me get more people.
Right. They're definitely working with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 3 more questions.
Okay.
3 more. One quick one. You know how Texas has
how much do I weigh? Sorry.
No, not asking that one. Texas energy grid is independent from the rest of the United States. Are they going to be okay through this cold snap?
No, they're going to be in trouble. Boy, that guy's got something coming up. Let me tell you, there's more trouble in Texas. Elon Musk is getting everybody to move there. And now Facebook is moving there to Texas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's now, he even announced it. He's decided, because they want everybody to come to Texas. So they want to strip our place out here, which is good, because the houses that were millions are going to drop. But the grid's going to be too overwhelmed. You watch what happens. It's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about Texas. I'm very concerned about tornadoes in Texas.
Yes, me too.
All right. The other big question I have, and I really want you to do a throw on this, please. Avril Haines is the director of national intelligence. And just a few months ago, I got that she is going to have some sort of announcement or something's coming out from a report that she does that will enable us to understand that Trump, she's going to stumble on it, or there's going to be a whistleblower or someone. But can you see if she's going to be able to help Kamala? Is she going to be able to come up with some sort of figure or some sort of announcement soon? That's what I want to look at.
Who is this again?
Her name is Avril Haines. She's the director of national intelligence.
You know, I know a lot of people know he's cheated. I know a lot of people wanted to come out with it. And I keep seeing this.
Okay.
Like they're telling them almost like they know. Because let me tell you something. Donald Trump is in trouble. I cannot begin to emphasize. You guys will find out that he's going to cause such chaos. Mm-hmm. And I see intel, like he's not going to get intel. He thinks he's getting intel, but they all have made commitments. And then that Cray guy that's going to go into the military, he's a 4 guard, National Guard, and he's supposed to take the place of 10 generals. Oh, hell no. Listen, the military don't mess, you know.
Right.
They'll take you out while you're sleeping.
Well, hopefully they're going to be part of the guard.
Tell me what's going to happen. But I kept seeing, like, okay, just wait for it. Like maybe they're even setting up some trap. I don't know. I mean, he announced it. I don't need your votes. He told it.
Yep. He always tells you what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He blurts it out. He can't shut his pie hole.
Yeah, there's some information that'll come out. It's not right now.
Someone's trying to block her.
It almost looks like Biden administration. That's weird. But she will come out with it.
Someone's asking, Avril Haines? Yes, Avril Haines, the director of national intelligence. That's who she is.
Is she still the director, or she got to leave her post?
I guess maybe they'll announce. I don't know. I'd have to Google that if she has to leave exactly at that time, but there's going to be some sort of report. She's going to sneak something in there. They tried to get something away from her.
You know the guy who's in charge, the one who just stepped down of the FBI?
Ray.
They have been double time working to make sure that President Biden was safe. There's been so many things happening. They stopped some huge terrorist action. He mentioned it in one of his announcements. Huge. They stopped it before it happened. I think it was the train station in New York, which is what I always saw. And do you know that now that he's stepping down, a lot of those agents are just going to not even pay attention, almost deliberately.
Wow. That's really something. Now, on a lighter note, they say that it's not light, it's heavy. They say that the White House is like a morgue, the staff, everything, because they hate Trump. They hated serving Melania. They hated dealing with her and him. It's like a morgue. It's palpable. You can feel it. It's really bad. And we know that he's haunted there. And I don't think he wants to return there. Can you look? Can we throw and just see, will he move into the White House, or will he rule from Mar-a-Lago?
I see him heading to Mar-a-Lago mostly.
Me too.
And she's not going to be there but a few times. They hate the White House. They think the White House is ugly.
Yeah.
And he'll charge the United States taxpayers for the people that serve him at his estates in Florida.
Will he rule from the White House? Will he move into the White House, rule from the White House?
Well, he'll work from the White House for sure. But he'll take a lot of holidays and stuff. Yeah, he's going to feel restricted there. He doesn't trust people in the White House, which is interesting. So that's why he prefers to go out on the golf course.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go both places. Definitely. He's going to definitely. I've got 3 aces, which means that's meetings in all different kinds of places.
Yeah.
Do you think that I know that Melania is not really mentally sound, but do you think that she is okay? I think that she may be being told that she has to conform, and if she doesn't, what did you get from seeing her face? What was your intuition when you saw her at Carter's service?
Sad.
Yeah.
She doesn't really want to do this. She'll be gone a lot, trust me.
Yeah, I don't think
Jill invited her for a tea, which tradition, and she turned it down.
Yeah.
But Michelle Obama not going to the signing or the thing, everybody's all upset.
I'm not upset.
Can you believe she refused it? Oh, to hell with you guys.
No, I wouldn't go. You wouldn't go.
Everything with Melania is just like Trump. It's a transaction. Yeah. She gets paid to do everything she does for him.
She does, but she is not. She has had some taste of freedom, and she's not going to be able to have that.
She's not going, and she has a nice boyfriend. She doesn't need to be around him.
Right. All right. So do you think you want to give a final message to everybody about this inauguration?
Get out of that fear. Don't be afraid.
Want to get just one last message and what our guides and angels want us to know about this inauguration? How to feel about it?
I think it's going to get the worst ratings ever.
Yeah.
There's going to be the ending. A female is going to pass.
A female?
Yeah. Maybe somebody like Nancy Pelosi, or it feels sudden. Yeah, there's a coffin.
Wow. Yeah. I guess there's a problem.
Female's gonna pass. Who else is old in there? There's a lot of old people in there. Too bad I didn't say male, like somebody like Chuck Grassley.
Yeah.
But wishes will come true, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Wishes will come true.
Yeah, I just want I want everybody, like you said, the biggest thing you can do is pray. The biggest thing you can do is hold your light, because the light always wins. It always wins. So keep the prayers going, keep the faith going. We're stronger. They're going to fall apart. There's going to be fighting. They're going to eat their own young. There's going to be infighting, inbreeding. It's not going to be good. It isn't going to be good. And I just feel like the meetings and everything just falls apart into chaos.
Yeah.
So remain hopeful and realize that, even when 2 bank robbers rob a bank together, then they think about robbing each other.
That's true.
Or offing the one that's sleeping. So it's going to happen. And somebody always wants to get to the top. Someone's going to try to climb over Musk. Someone's going to try to climb over Trump. And so just hold the light. And any parting comments or?
No, just try to not stand in fear. Keep your TV on, because apparently, I haven't Googled it yet. Y'all Google it. Apparently, the ratings are on televisions that are on.
Yes, so put it on, but put it on
the History Channel or something fun.
Or any Martin Luther King parade or service, because they'll be doing service.
Yes.
Anything, Gilligan's Island would be better.
Anything.
You
can do the Turner Movie Channel and good stuff.
All right. Well, Lynn, I just want to thank you so much for coming on and helping calm the masses and telling everybody to pray.
You do too.
Thank you
Great job.
so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, don't watch the news, you guys. It's going to be okay. It's going to be
Yeah.
okay.
And
Oh.
listen, a lot of people can't even listen to him talking.
No, I don't.
So, that's, I like Lawrence O'Donnell. That's about the only one I watch. But I don't want repeats of showing his face. I don't want to look at him.
No, that's great. All right. Hold on to the light, you guys. Thank you, Linda. And prayers, continued prayers for California. They're climbing uphill. It's going to be difficult.
It's going to be tough. But it does. I was in an Armageddon fire in 2017.
Yes.
80,000 homes. 87 people died. And for a long time, when I would go down Highway 12, where the Napa vineyards are, to head to Angel Heart, it was just nothing but burnt, except the vineyards. The vineyards don't burn. That's interesting. But the trees and the houses, and it was just black. Everything was black. And it's been several years, but now you'd never know.
Have they rebuilt that area?
Yeah, they rebuilt.
Okay, but it took years.
Yeah.
People are thinking it's going to turn around, and it's like Sanibel Island here next to me. It's wrecked. It's wrecked. Yeah. You can't just go in and bulldoze everything. There's buildings on Fort Myers Beach that haven't even been taken down, and Hurricane Ian was over 2 years ago in September. So it doesn't happen. There's gas lines in California. There's water lines. There's power lines. They're looking for people. You can't just go in and make it happen that fast. It's a process, and they need our prayers.
They need our prayers.
And Gavin Newsom needs our prayers.
Definitely needs our prayers.
Okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.